Yep. Once again, very good morning and thanks for joining. In continues to last session, okay, we are going to discuss about couple of other components in terms of architecture. Then we'll try to install Postgres on the Windows. Okay. Today, as part of today, we'll install Postgres on the Windows flavor, and tomorrow we'll access that and we'll walk through the tools, components, all the stuff. Okay. So that you feel little comfortable, like how to install Postgres on the Windows, how to access the Postgres, what are the components, we'll get all the stuff. Next we'll go on the Linux. After the Windows, we'll go on the Linux. Mostly Monday we'll go from Monday onwards, we'll sit on the completely on the Linux part. Yeah. Meanwhile, yes, Kamal, you are asking question. Yeah.
Yeah, Subbu, last session I have watched the video recording. So you said to check the shared buffer using writing purpose, insert, update, delete, or DDL command process. But when we using the shared buffer from the reading purpose, because mostly shared buffer using from the select purpose.
You are from
Writing.
SQL background or Oracle background, sir?
I'm from the SQL background.
SQL. You know about data cache, right?
Yes, data cache is the buffer cache, just so something, but the reading purpose
No.
only reading, but
You
writing.
know about data cache, right?
Yes,
What exactly data cache is doing?
exactly data cache is doing. If suppose I have run my one select query or insert query, it will be a available from the temporary basis cache buffer. If next time same query running, then it will provide rail from the depth. That's
Everything you
buffer
are
cache.
getting from the data cache only, sir. Either you are
Yes.
modifying the data, reading, like shared buffer also same. When you are reading, when
Okay.
you are writing, shared buffer is same.
Okay.
How your SQL data cache will work in the Postgres, shared buffers will work.
Okay. Yeah. Because I mentioned writing purpose, so that's why I will ask you maybe this man.
No. You see, when you are writing, when you are doing anything, data cache is more powerful in SQL. Like same shared buffers are more powerful in Postgres.
Okay.
Yep. Any questions? Anyone?
No.
Before we move on to the concept. No? Yes? We'll wait for 5 more minutes, sir. Let's wait. Actually, we started a little early only.
So, one request. Can we
Yes.
start a little bit early?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we can start 10. That's what. Maybe I
Yeah.
forgot to schedule the meeting at 9:50. Okay. I forget to, while I'm scheduling the meeting, I forget to set it to 9:50. So that's the reason. Tomorrow will from tomorrow onwards, we'll make it to 9:50. So I will complete 9:45 SQL batch. 5 minutes, I'm having some grace time. So that 9:50, I will open the bridge for Postgres. 10 o'clock, we'll start the sessions. Okay. So that we are having 1.5 hour time.
Sure.
Tomorrow, I will open the bridge for Postgres by 9:35. 9:35 only I will open the bridge, and I will complete by 10:30. Okay. Tomorrow we'll open the bridge little early, and I will complete by 10:30. Because tomorrow I'm having prod deployment, month ending, right? So my prod will start at 10:30 deployment. So I can continue. I can stop at 10:30. So 1 hour is enough for us. So today we'll complete the architecture, couple of components, and we'll talk how to install the Postgres. Okay, in the Windows flavor. Tomorrow we'll talk about how to connectivity, how to access, what are the things are happening in the background. That's how we'll focus on mostly.
Regularly this session will be 1 hour or 1 hour 30
No,
minutes?
1.5 hour. 1.5 hours. 1.5 hour only for today. Tomorrow 1 hour. Only for tomorrow. Every month, one day I will take only 1 hour, sir. Going forward now.
Okay.
Rest
Yes, sir.
maximum it's 1.5 hour. We will adjust little there time frame going forward. Okay. So what is the class here means sometimes SQL is going little longer time. I can't stop in the middle. That's the problem is starting, and I'm having some dependencies. 99%. Sorry for last session. Okay. Suddenly I got a call. I went here. I can't update to the SAI as well. I think many people are waited for a longer time. I'm sorry. That I will taken care in the going forward. I won't repeat the same thing. We won't repeat the same thing. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So 1.5 hour will be the healthy session. Okay. Every day 1.5 hours. No,
I
without.
mentioned basically if little bit early possible then because it's at 2 a.m. from, so that's why.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks all. Now going back to our session, sir. Okay. So let me recap what we done in the last session. So we discussed about the shade buffers. Okay. Like a cache where whenever you are reading the data, whenever you are writing the data, it will place in the state buffers. Everything will be placed in the state buffers, which is very important. Okay. WAL buffers is nothing but once whatever the modification you are doing, everything will be registered in the WAL write ahead logging. Okay. And C log buffers will contains the information like how many transactions has been processed, how many are committed, how many are rolled back. That information we can find in the C log buffer. And temp buffers are nothing but temporary tables. When we create the temporary tables, that temporary tables will be used in the buffer temp buffers. Okay, temp buffers. And we talk about work mem. Work mem is nothing but when you are doing ordering, hashing, sorting, ordering, hashing, internally work mem will be used. And when we are going for maintenance mem, when you are vacuuming, creating indexes, all the stuff, internally maintenance work mem buffer will be using. That's what we discuss. And you remember last session, whatever we uploaded, everyone went to the description, right? Please, sir, I already updated everything with the description, with the clear details. Okay, don't miss. Now onwards, what we will do, whatever the blogs, whatever the content we are telling, right, we'll keep in the description. So you no need to again find the separate document, all the stuff. You will find the good information, the video description. Along with you will get the blogs, our own blog. Okay. Now next, what we need to discuss. Okay, so Book, you told that whenever you are processing, insert, update, delete, create, alter, drop, truncate, whatever, memory is placing a major role. Okay, memory is placing a major role. What else? How the data? Okay, for example, I'm loading the data. I'm reading the data. I'm loading the data. I'm reading the data. How data is going from cache to the physical? Nothing but discussor. See, if you're doing everything in the memory, what is the problem? If something happened to operating system, something happened to any resources, the first it will erase is cache only. If something happened to your operating system, entire cache will be gone. Entire cache is gone, sir. Now that there the problem will start. Okay. Now how the data is moving from cache to disk, physical disk. Physical disk. So coming to physical disk, we are having data directory folders. Okay. We are having data directory folders. We are having WAL directory folders, temp directory folders, CLog folders, stats folders, log folders, WAL archiving folders. So once you install the cluster, once we build the cluster, we'll see the mini structure. Once we install the cluster, once we install the Postgres cluster, you will see many directories, sir. We'll walk through each and every directory. We'll walk through each and every directory. So every directory is very important for us in terms of Postgres. Every directory is important because each and every directory is doing that respective work. Like first, our main focus will be these two, sir. We'll focus on these two. Like what we focus here, shade buffers. We focus as a WAL buffers, right? Like same We are having the data file directory. We are having a WAL file directory. Okay. So what is a data file directory? What is a WAL file directory? That is very, very important, sir. As a DBA, we must and should understand about what are the directories it is creating. So data file directory by default, it contains two. One is a base, one is a global. Okay. One is a base, one is a global. These are the two directories will be created once you build the cluster. Once you form the cluster, two directories will be created. That two directories contains the physical data. Okay, physical data. What is a base? What is a global? Where I can see this base directory, where I can see the global directory. Once you build the cluster only, you can understand, sir. Today, anyhow, we'll build a cluster, right? I will walk through. Mostly tomorrow, you will clearly will walk through each and every directory. Each and every directory. Like from the shared buffers, it will go to the data files. From the WAL buffers, it will go to the WAL files. From the WAL buffers, it will go to the WAL files. So this is very important. We should understand. From the shared buffers, it will go to the data directory. From the WAL buffers, it will go to the WAL directory. PZ underscore WAL. So PZ underscore WAL directory. So there will be folder called PZ underscore WAL where it is keeping the WAL files. Where it is keeping the WAL files under this directory. Okay, Subbu, you are saying that from here to here it will move, here to here it will move. This is logical, means this is a cache, this is physical. Okay, if something happened to operating system or something, someone restarted, our data will be in the physically. Okay, fine. But who is moving the data? From here to here, who is moving the data? That is very important, right? Yes, no, everyone? That is very important, right? So there are two writers. One is busy writer, one is busy writer, background writer. See, there are multiple background processes running. Okay, there are multiple background processes are running. There are multiple background processor. Okay, like a busy writer. Okay, there is a busy writer, background writer, which is continuously writing the information from the shared buffer to data files, which is writing continuously from the shared buffer to data files. Means busy writer is a separate process which is running in the background to write all the dirty information, from shared buffer to data files, from shared buffer to data files. Is it clear, everyone? No? Yes? So who is writing the data from shared buffers to data files? Busy writer. Okay? Busy writer. Now, there is one more writer called checkpointer. There is one more writer called checkpointer. Many people know, SQL people knows about checkpointer. Okay? Here also there is a concept called checkpointer. So checkpointer is going to take care to write the information from the shared buffers to data files. Checkpointer is also writing the information from where, sir? From the shared buffers to data files. Shared buffer to data files. Not only writing the information, the checkpointer, it is also taking some additional responsibility. Means, okay, whenever you are starting the cluster, stopping the cluster, okay, is there any issue? Whenever you issue the commit button, means whenever you are running the transaction, you pass the commit button, or whenever you are taking the backup, or whenever you are creating any database. Okay, internally it is triggering the checkpoint. Okay, so checkpoint is also a background process. Busy writer is also background process. Okay, checkpoint, busy writer is a background process which are continuously running and moving your dirty data to the disk. So for SQL people, there is no concept called busy writer, only on the Postgres. You know about the checkpoint. Here also there is a checkpoint. But don't think that how SQL checkpoint will work. Here checkpoint is a checkpoint. That's it, sir. Okay, busy writer, check pointer is a both background process which is continuously running and moving the dirty data to the disk. Dirty data to the disk. Is it clear, everyone? Who is moving the data? No? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Now, wall data, wall buffers. Okay. Anyhow, the data is moving to the wall buffer set. Whatever the changes you are moving or writing, all the changes is also logging into the wall buffer. Now, from wall buffers to wall files. From wall buffers to wall files. Who is writing the data? Checkpoint is not writing the data. Who is going to write the data? There is a separate thread called wall writer background process. Wall writer thread. There is a separate wall writer. So there is a separate called wall writer, which is writing the information from the wall buffers to wall files. Wall buffers to wall files. From wall buffers to wall files, who is moving? Checkpoint is not moving. Busy writer is not moving. So from wall buffers to wall files, who is moving? Wall writer is moving. Wall writer files are moving. Got it? No? Yes? Everyone?
Got it. Got it. With this. But which case busy writer will be, which case checkpoint will be in the share
Both
buffer
are
to
continuously running, sir. Checkpoint is having interval time. Every 5 seconds it will run. Whenever checkpoint
So-
trigger, it will tell to busy writer only. Busy writer is the process which is moving. Checkpoint will trigger based on the periodically, but busy writer is a continuous process.
Okay. So we can change the checkpoint duration, or
See, there is no control. There is no control on user. Let it be default. Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a two processes are running for the shared buffers. One is a busy writer, one is a checkpointer. Like same for wall buffers, there is a wall writer is writing the data. Wall writer is writing the data. Okay. Now there is one interesting concept, sir, like a stats file. We'll talk more on this stat files. Okay. Before that, there is a concept called logger. There is a concept called logger. See, every product, when we are installing a product, definitely we may face some issues, right, while installing or after installation, we may face some issues. So where you will go, definitely there are logs only, right, error logs only. So that is nothing but log files are, don't get confused. Here log files is nothing but error log. Okay, mostly we will confuse about the data files and log files. We will think that log files means change related information. No, it is not a change related information. It is a error log information. Wall files is nothing but change related information. Slide change, sir. Log files are nothing but error log. Postgres error log. Postgres error log. So, which is writing here, we are having a logger background process which is continuously running and moving all the logs information into the log files. All the information into the log file. So there is a dedicated session, sir, about this logger, because how I need to create the file, whether I need to store a whole log into one file, or I need to create the multiple file, or I need to create daily one error log file. Okay, there is a dedicated session on the logger. That time we'll talk more deeper about these log files. See, as a DBA, we need to troubleshoot if something goes wrong. Like how you are generating the log is also very important, sir. Daily basis you are generating, weekly basis you are generating, or any size basis you are generating. These are all concepts are very important. So where I can set this type of parameters, okay, to tell to the Postgres engine, hey, my file is went to this much size. If my file is grown this much, again it need to create the new error log in the same day. If it is not growing this much size, let it be maintained one error log file for whole one day. Okay, you can set all these parameters, where to set, how to set, what are the things we need to set? We'll talk, sir. There is a dedicated session on the logger. So, like a busy writer, checkpointer, wall writer, the logger thread is also running in the background, which is writing error log information into the log file folder. Got it? So this folder you need to set it, sir. How to set this log file folder, where to set this log file folder. We'll talk more when we are discussing that concept. Got it? No? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we got it.
Like same, okay? Like same, one more concept called archiver. Okay? So if you think that the WAL file is growing a lot, okay? We want to archive the file, okay? Archive this to the different location. 1 second, sir. Okay, sorry. So there is a separate thread called archiver thread, WAL archiver thread, which is running in the background. When you enable archive, especially when you are working with the replication, you need to enable the archive. When you enable the archive, okay, so there is a thread called WAL archiver thread is running in the background, which is moving the data from WAL files to archive files to make WAL file to healthy. To make WAL file to healthy, you are moving the data from WAL files to the archive. There is a separate folder will be created, separate directory will be created. It will move from here to here and make WAL file directory to the healthy always. Always healthy. So busy writer, checkpointer, WAL writer, WAL archiver thread, logger thread is very important. And Autovacuum, WAL sender, WAL receiver, we'll talk, sir, in the upcoming classes. And there is a stack collector. There is a stack collector. These are all the background process. 5 to 6 are continuously background which is running to fulfill all our requirement. Like one more thread called stack collector. One more thread called stack collector. So there is a catalog called pz underscore catalog table. Okay, pz underscore catalog table. Whenever you are performing any server kind of activity, okay, server kind of activity uh, like a kind of statistics, okay, server kind of statistics, table kind of statistics. So somewhere it need to collect, sir. Somewhere it need to collect. So that collection is going to make by the stack collector basically. If you're collecting you know about the statistics, okay, related to the table, the statistics plays a major role because whenever it is preparing the plan, okay, whenever your optimizer is preparing the plan, okay, it will prepare the plan based on the statistics. So where that statistics will get that information means this there is a directory called stat files, okay. In the background your stats collector is continuously running, which is collecting the statistics and updating the information to the stat files in the background, sir, in the background. So will there is a dedicated all concepts will talk in depth because we are not talking in depth. We are just technically speaking that okay, these are the buffers, these are the background process, this is the physical directories, okay. To understand more about high level architecture of the Postgres, when we go for each and every concept, we'll talk more about each and every component, what exactly they're doing, where I need to go, what sort of information, how to read that information, how to modify that information. So when we go for each and every component, we'll get the deeper understanding. As of now, what we need to think, okay, Postgres architecture, when someone is asking, especially if someone is asking, so how we need to explain. So basically, Postgres is also follows the client server architecture. There will be client, there will be server. Okay, coming to the server, there are two major things. One is the memory, One is a background process, one is a physical. One is the memory, one is a background process, one is a physical. In terms of memory, okay, shade buffers, wall buffers, CLOG buffers, SEM buffers, work buffers. In terms of background process, like a busy writer, set pointer, wall writer, archiver, logger, okay, and stack collectors. In terms of physical, there are a lot of files are there. Okay, there are a lot of directories are there. Out of that, data file directory, wall directory, temp directory, CLOG directory, stat directory, log directory, archiving directory. These are more powerful directories which mainly in our day-to-day work we are going to spend more time on here only. Got it? No? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this just high level, sir. I not just think about more about core internals part, because once we install, then I will go and see. I will show you how that wall writers are triggering, how that stack collectors are doing, how that archiver are performing, how the loggers are doing. So we will go for practical demo. That time everyone can easily understand. Now, okay, fine, Subbu. High level is okay, but how my query is processing, right? You remember query processing is also very important, right? When you are performing insert, when you are performing update, when you are performing select, how my query is processing, that is very, very important, right? Yes or no? One is a postmaster is a parent process. Once the postmaster is running, there every process there will be process manager will be for your thread. For your thread, one process will be created. For your process, it will go to the shared memory. Under the shared memory, okay, so one is the connection. So very important is connection, sir. So it will test your cluster details, port number, database details, username, password, authentication types, everything. Okay, it once it verified everything, once your connection is established, now your query need to be parsed. Like all the database management system, every query will go for parser. It need to parse, means it need to check the syntax. It need to first check the syntax. So whatever you written, it need to first check the syntax. So first what it will do, it will completely check the syntax. So whether your syntax is correct or not, as per the policy, your syntax is perfect or not, everything the parser will check. Once your parser checks syntax is everything's okay, then it will go to the rewriter. Then it will go to the rewriter. So Postgres is having own set of rules. Postgres is having own set of rules. Okay, is having see, uh, in a simple lay terms. So what sort of query it is, what sort of join conditions, what sort of operators we are using. So Postgres is having its own rules. So what it will do, based on the rules which is already predefined by Postgres, whatever the query you trigger, it will rewritten to fulfill this requirement, to fulfill the Postgres functionality requirement, application requirement. It will rewritten the query to understand by Postgres engine. See, Postgres engine need to be understand. So that is how internally it is doing. You no need to do anything, sir. You are not doing anything. You will just trigger the query. It will check the syntax X, and it will go to the rewriter. The rewriter will write the query based on the whatever the formulas, whatever the rules Postgres engine has been set. It will redesign the query and it will go to the planner. Planner is very important. Okay, planner is very important. Like every query is having own execution plan. Okay, like here also planner will prepare the execution plan. Okay, planner will prepare the execution plan. So planner will prepare the execution plan. Once your plan is prepared, okay, once your plan is prepared, it will go to the executor. Your executor will start executing the execution plan. Your executor will start executing the plan. So this is what the query is processing. Like there is a concept called analyzer as well. Okay, in the parser and the rewriter, there is a analyzer. Analyzer is nothing but semantic checks. You know about semantic, many people knows about the semantic checks, because see, for example, select star from EMP. So your parser will check whether this syntax is perfect or not. Fine, syntax is okay. Now, whether this table is available or not, well, for example, employee ID, department, okay, so employee name, whether this column is available or not, it need to check, right? Whatever the query you written, whether the object is available or not, whether the columns are available or not, it need to validate, right? So that is doing by the analyzer. In the between parser to rewriter, there is a concept called analyzer. Analyzer will check the semantic checks, whether table is existing or not, columns is existing or not. And once your table is existing, column is existing, and your syntax is perfectly, then Postgres engine will rewrite the query based on the rules set it by the Postgres engine. Once it rewritten the query, nothing but to better understanding, like a B tree structure. Okay, tree. See, whatever the query you passed, it is high level, sir, where engines can't understand. Now it need to convert from high level to low level. Right? Like same here also, it is preparing the tree. Where Postgres engine can understand in the rewriter. Based on your query, it will prepare the tree. Once the tree got prepared, it will go to the planner. Let's start the preparing the plan. Your planner will prepare the plan for your query, and your executor will execute the query and sends result to the user. Got it? No? Yes?
Yes, Subbu.
Understandable, not understandable? To better
I guess Subbu,
simplify.
it's not a B
Yes,
tree,
Subbu.
it's a query tree.
Oh yeah, query tree, not B tree. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah, query tree, not a B tree. Sorry. My bad. Query tree. See, so whenever user and application is sending any query, okay, any SQL query, your parser will check the syntax. Okay, your parser will check the syntax, and your query analyzer will check the semantic checks. Okay, will check the semantic checks, and see, and it will go for the rewriting the query for the application point of us. Okay, it will prepare the complete thing, and your planner will prepare the plan, and finally your executor will execute the query, sir. So planner will place means execution plan will place a major role. When we are talking on the performance tuning, we'll talk more on the planner only, because tuning is very important, right? Like how you will tune the query. Okay, how you will tune the query, how to see the execution plan, how to read the execution plan, what are the things we'll see the execution plan, how you will tune the query to improve the performance. So planner will place a major role, sir. Planner will place a major role. Got it? No? Yes, everyone?
Yes, Subbu, got it.
Okay. Now, for example, see, just like a shade buffer, sir. Okay, you will get little confused. Okay, let's, to simplify, I just prepared this slide to understand. So assume multiple clients, multiple processes are running. Okay, multiple clients means multiple users are connected and multiple processes are running. So basically, your data will be in the physical. Okay, your data will be in the physical, means in the disk your data will be there. In terms of data files, it will be there, where you will read the data, write the data from the, load the data into the physically. Okay, so directly it is not going to the physical, sir. In the middle, there is a shade buffers which will improve the IO operation, input output, because Memory is spinning in the nanoseconds. Disk will spin in the milliseconds. Always, when we are measuring, disk will be measured with the help of milliseconds, and memory you should measure with the nanoseconds. Nanoseconds is much faster when you compare with the milliseconds. Now, whenever you are hitting, it will go to the shared buffers where your data will be in the physically. Okay. So, for example, when you are reading the data, when you are writing the data, okay, when you are reading the data, when you are writing the data, there is nothing data in the shared buffer, sir. Okay, there is nothing because you are doing first time. Now, what it will do exactly? It will shared buffers will go to the physical disk, okay, and get the data. Okay, get the data. While it is getting the data, it may also use the OS cache. Here, little confused, sir. Okay, here little confused. Sometimes it will use the OS cache also to place your files. Not only shared buffers, it will use OS cache also to place the files. So little confused here, okay? Because I'm not sure about Oracle, but what Postgres, think about only Postgres, sir. I'm not bringing any technology here. Think about only Postgres. What is happening, right? When there is no data, it will go to the disk, get the data. While it is going the disk and get the data, sometimes it may also can use the OS cache. Next time, when you are performing a select statement, what it will do, right? First, it will verify your data in the cache, shared buffers. If not, it will verify anything in the OS cache. If not, then go to the physical. That is what happening in the background, sir, especially when you go for Postgres. Okay, when you are reading the data, when you are writing the data, any data is available in the shared buffer, any data is available in the OS buffer. If yes, let's perform it. Otherwise, get the data. That is a little confused here. That's the problem here. Okay, little, but internally it is using OS caches also. Got it?
So, is there any situation that SQL using OS cache?
Maybe you set some see, definitely shared buffers will set some restriction, right? Yes, no, you can set the shared buffer size in
Okay.
case we don't have enough shared buffer size. It can use the OS cache for your better easily understanding.
I guess like in SQL Server, paging is there if there is any memory pressure,
That's what,
sometime.
sir. Don't bring the SQL here,
No,
please.
no,
It
sir.
will,
I'm just
yeah,
trying to see
nothing
comparing
like
the
that.
SQL
Okay,
Server like
Space file
this.
is something. Space file is something different because space file means within the disk you are creating it's acting as a space file. That we should not. This is OS cache only, sir. This is memory only. This is memory only.
Yes,
It is
yes.
using memory only. Space file is something different because whatever the disk you are having, that disk you are using for like acting as a memory, but that won't help a lot for us. But here it is somehow it is using OS cache only, memory only. Okay, so whenever
So,
you are performing, what you need to understand here, think when you are performing, first it will verify any data is available in the shared buffer. Next, it will verify any data available in the cache. Then finally, it will go and get the data, sir. If you understand that one, we are good. That's it. You no need to think that much.
Yeah,
Two
Subbu,
verification it is doing. Yes.
hello. Yeah,
Yes.
in OS cache, in data file means it will
See,
place the whole data file or only data.
see again, sir. We should not see. Once you complete the installation today and tomorrow we'll complete installation. Then you will get to know. Mostly, what the confuse will do means, oh, we are having MDF files, LDF files, SQL Server. We will think like same in Postgres also. Okay? No, sir. No, there is no concept like like that in Postgres. Postgres is working in it differently. I will show you, sir. Hold for a while. Sorry. Okay. Hold for a while. Sorry. No worries. I will show you how much data in the shade buffers. I will show you how much data in the voice buffer related to Postgres also. See, we'll go deeper. Hold on, because unless I show installation, we can't discuss more, right? I hope you are understanding. As of now, that's what don't bring SQL into here. Keep SQL head. I don't want bring SQL here. I don't want Oracle bring here. Postgres engine only will talk. What is the Postgres engine is doing? Whenever you are performing anything, first it will verify whether any data is available here. If not, it will also validate any data in the voice cache. If not, go to the physical and get the data and share it in the shade buffer. It's a file. It's a file. Okay. Whenever I already shown you. I think so. When we are discussing last sessions, I shown you everything. It looks like a file only in the numeric digits. You remember when you watch the previous sessions? I display whenever I open the folder, everything will be in the files.
Yes, Subbu. Yes, Subbu.
Okay,
Yes,
it's not like our MDF file. It's not like LDF file, sir. It's a file. It can be in the cache also, no problem, sir. Okay. It's a very lightweight, right? It can keep in the cache also. I think same example. See, when you are performing anything, okay. So when you are performing anything, so it will do two things first. Okay. First, your background process will before first it will find anything in the shade buffer. Okay. It will verify anything in the shade buffer, then get the data. If not, then again it will go to the OS cache. If anything, get the data. If not, it will directly finally go to the data files and get the data. It is doing two verifications. In general, we are doing only one verification, sir, but here it is doing two verifications. Okay. To present you this one, it will confuse us a lot, but to present this one, we made this slide easily. So it is doing two types of verification. One is dedicated shade buffer for Postgres, and also it is verifying any files are available in the OS cache. If your files are available, then get the data from there also. That is how engine is working, sir. That is how they designed actually. Any confused? No? Yes? So don't think MDF, LDF files, all the stuff, that concept is not there for Postgres, okay? It's a lightweight files only. It's a very lightweight files. Very lightweight files, sir. All are lightweight files. So once you install, then you will understand. So I told you, right, architecture is also not, I won't complete. Throughout our journey, I will talk about architecture only. If you become strong in Postgres architecture, 70 to 75% you are strong in Postgres, sir. Because all the concepts are interconnected link only here. Like stack collector, busy writer, checkpointer, WAL writer, vacuum, workmem, temp, all are very important concepts. These are our concepts. Okay, not okay. Everyone. At least basic
Yes.
parts, sir. I'm not talking
yes,
about
Subbu.
in
Okay,
depth, okay?
it's okay.
At least basic. Okay, basic level, we are good, right? Now,
Yeah, good, good, Subbu.
we know how the functionality is working in the high level. Okay, so we know how the functionality is working high level. To see that functionality, we need to install. Okay, to see that functionality, we need to specially install Postgres. Okay, so today, what we will do, right? We will go and install the product in Windows 11. Okay, because as I told you, right, one of the most important is installation. Once we are good at architecture, we need to know about the installation. Mostly Postgres will be in real world. I'm talking about real world, sir. Mostly your Postgres will be in the Linux platform only. I will talk only in the Linux only, sir. Okay, most on Linux. But some people loves Windows platform, like especially the people who are SQL people will love Windows platform. For them, today and tomorrow I will talk on the Windows, but from Saturday is also session, sir, because day before yesterday no session, right? I will take Saturday also session. Okay, going forward Monday to Saturday will take session so that I can complete as expected time only. Okay, so Monday to Saturday we are having lot of time, we can spend more time. Okay, now as a DBA we must should know how to install the product. So I am not talking about the prerequisites, all the stuff. Okay, all the stuff. Let's go and install first Postgres. Okay, so that all the questions whatever you are having on your mind, it will be clear. First we'll install, sir, because when we are talking on Linux, I will talk about all the prerequisites, all the stuff. Today is a basic installation. The people who don't know anything about Postgres and they want to install Postgres, how we will install on a fly, that's what we will discuss today. So go to first postgresql.org. Okay, this is the main our website where you need to go and click on download. Okay, you no need much RAM, you no need much storage to install the Postgres to access the Postgres. Okay, very lightweight Postgres engine is. Postgres engine is very lightweight, sir. I will talk more about all the prerequisites in the next sessions. So first, I will go to the postgresql.org and go to the download. You will find the download option for Linux, for Mac, for Windows, other flavors, Solaris and other flavors also. As part of now, we are going to discuss Windows. I'm going for the Windows. Okay. Next demos will be Linux only. Okay. Once you open the Windows, you are having these many versions like 17, 16, 14, 15, 14, 13, 12. We are having many versions are there. If you scroll up, see, download the installer certified by the EDP for all the supported Postgres version. So what EDP people, enterprise DB people has provided, they're providing the EDP database itself for download on the Windows. You can download the product, you can use the product. Okay, you can download we are downloading the EDP database only, we are installing EDP only, sir. In terms of Windows, we are doing the same operation. Click on download the installer. Okay, so once you click on here, you have different versions. Okay, you will get the Linux, 64-bit, 32-bit. Okay, Mac and Windows. As of now, we are installing. Yeah, someone is asking. Any questions? No. Okay. Now, being we are installing in the Windows, I am going for the Windows 17.6. So better being you are practicing for the Postgres, don't go for the latest version, sir, because see, you already know, I don't want to repeat multiple times, sir. You already know Postgres is a open source system. And there is a community who is helping us in terms of support, in terms of enhancement, in terms of support, all this stuff. Okay. So if you can go and use the latest versions, but some functionality, whatever we are going to use in the upcoming, those functionalities still not yet implemented on the latest versions. So better go for little older versions only, like 14, 13, 15, 16 also very less, sir. Go less because if in the resume also don't keep 17, 18, all the stuff. Oh, I'm working on the Postgres 17, I'm working on the Postgres. No, still the people are using 13, 14, 15 only. Okay, older versions because those are stable versions. Most of the features are compatible. Most of the enhancement already done. So that's the reason we are still using 13, 14, 15, all the stuff. So don't tell to the interval that I'm working on 17, 16, latest stuff. So nowadays we are going part of upgradation. We are upgrading from lower to higher platforms like 16. Going forward, we will also plan for 17. So because this is a open source system, okay, that is a one thing you need to keep it in the mind. So why Subbu you are not going for the latest version is whatever the functionality. So for example, if you want to do the automatic failover, we will use one extension in the upcoming classes. Those extensions are not compatible in the higher versions. Still, they're not yet implemented. Okay, so you can't make automatic failure in the latest version because using that extensions. So couple of compatibility issues you will face. That's the reason go for the lower version only. For demo purpose, I'm going for 17. Rather than going for 17, I'm directly going for 15 only, sir. 15.40. Is it understandable, everyone? Why Subbu you are going for older versions? It is a open source system. Okay, and couple of things are not compatible in the latest. Click on the 15. Okay, once you click here, okay, you can click here or it will prompt you to download, sir. Now it is downloading. See, the file size is almost 400 MB, sir. 350 MB. Fine. EDB database is also Postgres only. Okay, don't get confused. This is something different. No. Enterprise DB is also Postgres, but you will get some additional benefits. What are the additional benefits? I will show you. Okay, now you can open it. You can click on open. That will open, sir. So once you go to the postgres.org, okay, once you go to the postgres.org, then go to the downloads, click on the Windows, go and select the Windows. It will opening. Okay. So now you will get this kind of wizard. Minimize everything. So welcome to Postgres Setup Wizard EDB database. Okay, packaged by the EDB database. So what are the advantages you will get? We'll see, sir. Click on next. So it is asking where I need to install. Okay, it is asking where I need to install. So if you wanted to install, if you're having enough space, you can keep in the C drive. So if you don't have enough space in the C drive, you can keep in the D drive. So let me keep in the D drive. Let me keep in the D drive. So I don't want to keep in the E drive. Okay, let it keep in the D drive. So I'm creating on the D drive. Complete my binary files. What it is? Binary files. Okay, please try to understand. All your binary files I don't want keep in the C drive. I wanted to keep in the D drive. If something happened to operating system also, my Postgres binary files will be healthy, sir, because I am not keeping anything in the C drive, right? I'm keeping anything D drive, right? Is anything is fine. Click on next. Now, being it is a EDB database, you are getting the Postgres.SQL, PostgreSQL server, you are getting the engine. Along with the engine, you are getting the PCadmin4, like for like SSMS. We are having a tool called PCadmin4 that you are getting via this installation. And you are also getting the stack builder. You are also getting the stack builder, and you are also getting the command line tools. Okay, like a pSQL. If you wanted to work with the graphical user interface, you can use the PCadmin4. If you wanted to work with the command line, like you can go for the command line tool called PSQL. There is a tool called PSQL, which is command line tool. That command line tool also you are getting. Graphical tool you are getting. Along with the stack builder you are getting. Mainly you are getting the engine. Mainly you are getting the engine. Select all the things, then click on next. Okay. Now, this is very important, sir. I will talk more about upcoming classes about this one. Okay. Here you are creating a cluster. Okay. Here you are creating a cluster. What is? Please select a directory under which the store your data. Okay. This is nothing but a cluster. It is creating a cluster in the background. It is creating a cluster. Don't think SQL cluster. Please don't bring SQL cluster here. It is creating a cluster. Cluster is nothing but a instance. Cluster is nothing but a instance. It is creating a instance for us. Then what is this, Subbu? This is a binary file. See, Postgres 15 binary files. Okay, this is instance. It is creating instance for us. Nothing but it is forming a cluster for us in the background. It is forming a cluster for us in the background. Then click on next. So you need to provide the password. Okay, this is the root password. Like by default, there is a user called Postgres. For that Postgres, this is the password. You need to remember the password. You need to remember the password. This is the by default. It is creating a super user. The username is a Postgres. For that login, you are setting the password. By default, whenever you are installing Postgres, by default you will get the Postgres login, which is having super user permission. And for that user, you are creating a password. You are setting a password. Then click on next. So by default, your Postgres will listen the port number 5432. By default, your Postgres will listen 5432. Can I change the port number? Yes, you can change the port number. Later on, I will show you how to change the port number. Click on next. Okay, and here language. Okay, like a kind of language which where you wanted to select. Let's go for the default. You no need to do anything, sir. Simply click on next. So whatever the features you selected, all the features are available here, everything, and you just click on next, and it is installing the product for us.
So how much time take installation? It's generally 25 minutes or
Yeah,
lesser.
that's it, sir. No, lesser only, sir. Okay, fine. 5 to 10 minutes.
It's about depending to the other Windows OS capability. Like suppose OS is a much powerful, then it will take less time.
Sorry.
Suppose it our OS operating system via the RAM CPU is higher, then it take less time. Depending to OS
See,
capacity
this
also.
is Windows installation.
Okay.
Okay. When you go for the Linux, it's much faster. Much faster.
Okay.
Okay. This is Windows. This much it will take. That's it. See, when you are installing SQL Server command line, when you are installing, I'm going back SQL. Oh, sorry. So when you go for graphical user interface, it will take little longer time. When you go to the Linux, it will take very less time. That's it.
Hello, Subbu.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you explain C log buffers once?
Oh, it's command log.
Yeah,
Oh, committed log, not command log.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Committed log. See, it is to track the information, sir, like what transaction you are performing, how many transaction has been processed, how many are rollback, how many are committed, right? That
Mhm.
information is tracking in the C log, committed logs. See,
Okay,
there is a dedicated buffer is there, which is there is a dedicated directory is also there. If we wanted to track the transaction level, see how many transactions are processing, how many are committing, how many are rollbacking. So we wanted to track somewhere. Yes, it is easy in the Postgres because there is a dedicated directory, there is a dedicated buffer is there where we can track that information.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Let's see.
which background process writes that in disk?
See, it is not writing anything, sir. Basically, your busy writer is performing and check pointer is doing, right?
Yes.
The transaction which are performing, the transaction information is storing. See, there is nothing called data. Information. The C log contains the information. How many how many sessions are running, how many processes are running, what is the progress of the process, right? That process information you can get it.
Okay. Okay.
There is nothing called data there. There you go and see anything, nothing.
In
So
okay.
information. No
Okay.
worries. When we trigger, see, once we complete the installations, okay, mostly tomorrow, day after tomorrow, 4 sessions. Yeah, 4 more sessions will complete the installations. Okay.
Mhm.
Now we'll focus on all practical only. When you go to the practical, you will understand easily, one by one, one by one.
Okay.
Like all the concepts like temp buffers, work mem, maintenance mem, C log buffers. Okay, like a data files, wall archiving, stack collectors, uh, like execution plans, indexing, partitions, replication, like high availabilities, backups, restores. Every concept we will go for practical, right? Then we can understand easily.
Okay.
We much faster when we install in Linux, basically. Be in the Windows, right? It is trying to install the PC admin for stack builder, command and utilities, along with all the binary files. It will take little time, but when you go for Linux, it is much faster. So tomorrow, what we are spending is more time on the PC admin force. Okay, so more time will spend on the PC admin 4 because how uh, uh, how PC admin 4 tool is working. Okay, how PC admin 4 tool is working. What are the components? How to connect? What are the things we can do in the PC admin 4? Will more spend on the PC admin 4 and we'll see on the connectivity. So first we'll focus on the connectivity and PC admin 4 and installation. Then we'll go for each and every component. It is still installing. It is not yet created the cluster.
Subbu, cluster is nothing but instance, right? Here.
Cluster is
Okay.
nothing but instancer. Yes,
Okay. Yeah.
that's one of the biggest confuse for us.
Yeah. Cluster means Windows
Yeah,
SQL Server
cluster
cluster is
means
different. Yeah.
grouping the servers. That
Yeah.
stuff will
That's
get,
a different
but
one.
here
Yeah.
cluster is the instance.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it. And one more thing, you talked about the OS cache, right? While we are talking about the shared buffers.
Yes.
So I just wanted to share one analogy here. Whenever a Postgre wants to read a data or write a data, sorry, it's only for reading, I'm talking. So basically, it will check the first shared buffers. If the data is available, it will fetch it. If it is not available, then it will go to RAM, which means like cache available in the RAM. Then if the data is not available in the cache also, then it will go to disk and get the data and writes to the RAM at the same time as well as to the shared buffers as well. So RAM in OS, we need to think about like how RAM works in the OS perspective. The similar way it will work. Postgre won't directly write to the disk. It will use the RAM behind for writing any data from the shared buffers to the disk. Whatever the data reads are there in the shared buffer, it has to go through the RAM only, like which means like your cache only. So simply like if you are at home, you're searching for something, some eatable items. So first you will search in the fridge, right? Whether it is there or not. If it is not there, then you will go to the pantry. If it is not there in the pantry, then you will go to the supermarket and get it. So supermarket is your disk, pantry is your cache, and your own fridge is your shared buffers. I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, yes.
It's sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Finally, yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Finally, our Postgres engine is installed successfully. See, it is asking to point to the launch the stack builder. Okay. So, being the EDB database, EDB is offering us the stack builder. Okay. Let's see. Let's go and verify what is available in the stack builder. Okay. Then I will walk through all this stuff. I'm checking this box. Click on finish. Okay. It will open one more wizard, the stack builder. Okay, so here I'm having only one instance. Okay, one is Postgres 15. Okay, I think what we installed 15 only. Yeah. Oh, in my laptop already 14 is 16 is also there. Okay, I forgot to uninstall. Okay, so I am selecting for Postgres 15. Okay, Postgres 15. Then click on next.
Subbu, you have both having the same port number. You're having both instances having the same port number.
Oh, wait. I think.
Is there any problem? Same instance? Like
No. Wait, sir. Wait. Don't get confused. I think.
No, version is different, right? I don't think so.
No. Postgres port should be unique, sir. It can be any version.
Okay.
If you have two clusters, you should have two different port numbers.
Stunning.
Same server.
Where is Postgres 16? Where is Postgres 16? Already I uninstalled it.
Because your host IP will be the same, right? When you wanted to connect to this database, if you give both same host IP address and same port
We'll
number,
talk
you won't
about
be.
ports. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's go for next.
Subbu, can you go to the C program files?
No, nothing is there. Yeah, see, nothing is. I just cleared day before yesterday itself. I cleared everything to show you a complete picture. Okay. See, when you go to the stack builder, what are the things we are getting is some add-ons. Okay. For example, if you want to do EDB language, PC agent. So agent to run the automation. For example, if you want to create the jobs, run the jobs, like if I want to take the backups, if I wanted to schedule the backups, I wanted to make some automation, right? If you wanted to make some automation, you can use the PZ agent utility. I can download the PZ agent from Stack Builder, or I can directly go here. I can search for PZ agent. Okay. And I can search for the PZ agent. I can directly download the PZ agent from here also. I can directly download from the block PZ agent, and I can also download the PZ admin 4 utility. Okay. So we'll talk, sir, tomorrow, all this stuff. Okay. If I wanted to download the PZ admin 4 separately and I wanted to install it separately, okay, then I can directly go to the PZ admin 4 and I can download it like for SQL, how SSMS for Oracle, Toad, SQL Plus, Putty, how it will work. For Postgres, PZadmin 4 is the most popular tool where we will use for connectivity purpose. So I will take a separate session how to install all these tools relevant to the Postgres, like a PZadmin 4, PZ agent. Okay, and we'll also discuss about the PZ bouncer for connection pool. So if you wanted to set the for the connection pool, PZ bouncer is also a very important concept. And nowadays, interview people is also asking, do you get a chance to work with the PZ bouncer for especially for connectivity connections? Because app servers, web servers, uh, they are making the too many connections to the Postgres engine. In case those many connections, sometimes your Postgres engine may hang out. So to avoid all the stuff, we will enhance the connectivity with the help of PZ bouncer. So I will talk separately, sir, about the PZ agent, PZ bouncer. Okay, how to install PZ agent, how to install PZ bouncer, how to install PZ admin 4 separately. Not only this one, if you want to do drivers like ODBC drivers, JDBC drivers, if you wanted to install the drivers also, you can find everything in the Stack Builder. You no need to go and download. You no need to go and search somewhere to download these drivers. You can download the drivers as well. Just you need to click here and click on next. It will download the drivers as well. And if you wanted to use the lower versions also, including yeah. See, in my system, it is showing 16 and 15 both are installed. In my system, it is showing both 15 and 16 installed. So if I wanted to install 14, you no need to again go to the postgres.org file and install 14 versions. Or here you can check and you can install it from here itself. That is one advantage with the Stack Builder. Okay, using Stack Builder, not only the drivers, not only the additional tools, you can also download the server. You can also install the server with help of Stack Builder. And if you wanted to register, okay, the enterprise manager agents, so you can register for replication, all the stuff. These are all some advantage which you will get from the EDB database. Okay, especially when you are working with enterprise DB database, these are all some advantage where we will get like a web development, okay, spatial extensions. There are lots, sir, again. So as of now, we are not think about Stack Builder, but going forward, I will let you know how to install agent, how to install PZ browser, how to install the drivers, whatever necessarily we need, that we will install, sir. Got it, everyone? But as of now, you no need to do anything. Okay? Is it clear, everyone? But the here is, yeah, I'm just canceling. I'm not looking anything. Now go and access PZ admin 4. Okay. See, ports are very important. Definitely, I will talk more about the ports because tomorrow I will create the different varieties of clusters, right? So tomorrow you will understand what is cluster. Okay, what is cluster? How you can connect to the cluster? All the stuff. We'll talk more on there. Okay, that time ports will play a major role, sir, because everything you are doing in the single server, right? So whenever you search for PZ admin, this is how your PZ admin looks like. Okay, so here you are having the query tool workspace. Okay, so here you are having the PSQL console. If you want to go for the command line, you can go for the command line. Okay, you can go for the command line, and but better first go to the actual workspace, sir, rather than going, because tomorrow I told you, right? I will walk through some of the components which are very important, especially because it's a new tool for everyone. Oracle people, they are using Oracle related tools. SQL people, they are using SQL related tools. We are going for new technology. Definitely, PC admin is a little new tool. How to use this tool? Okay, whatever you are doing from the command line, same thing you can do in the graphical user interface. You can install your Postgres engine on Linux, and you can access the Postgres via PC admin 4, and you can do everything from the graphical user interface. You can do everything in the graphical user interface. Many people will get afraid, okay, Subbu, if you are installing Postgres in the Linux, we don't know much about the Linux, all the stuff, right? No worries, even your engine is running in the Linux, you can access from the tool and you can do whatever you want, sir. Okay, so now first, let's connect to the server currently. Okay, let me remove all this stuff. Okay, remove this. Okay, now let's register the server. Okay, so this is your name, sir. Okay, not your instance name. This is the what we will get confused here. Many people. For example, you are having 10 Postgres engines. Okay, 10 Postgres clusters. You are having 10 Postgres clusters. While you are connecting, you will pass the connection string here. What is the server name? What is the port number? What is the username, password? And you will pass the password, and you will try to access. Okay, you will try to access. But very important is here the name. Okay, in a reality, what is where your Postgres engine is, which server the Postgres engine, right? You can mention the same name. In my scenario, it is a local host, sir. In my scenario, this is my laptop. Under the laptop, I install the Postgres and I'm accessing Postgres. So I need to keep the local host, for example. Okay, local host. So everyone here only they're confused. So what I can tell me is first, okay, let's go for traditional, sir. Then I will go a little more deeper. Go to the connection, keep the local host because your server, your Postgres is in the local host. Pass the port number and the database name is Postgres. By default, when you install the Postgres, you will get the Postgres database. By default, when you install the Postgres, you will get the Postgres database and you will get the Postgres login, right? You need to pass the password. You need to provide the password. And forget about the parameters, all this stuff. We are not worrying about all this stuff. Let's go only basic part. Then click on save. Okay. Now, if you expand, see, I connected to my instance. I can see my database by default. I told you, right? There will be Postgres databases created by default. When you expand the Postgres, you will see the schema. Under the schema, you will see the tables, views, sequences, procedures, rest of the stuff. It is easy to connect, sir. Okay, it is easy to connect. Okay, don't get confused all the stuff. This is your database. Okay, this is your database. This is your login and roles and groups. The table space. That's it. It's not like you are having many things here. Like when you go to the SQL, when you go to the Oracle, you will see many things. No. When you expand the database, when you expand the respective database only, you will see all the stuff like triggers, extensions, sequences, tables, views, stored procedures, functions, metallized views, foreign keys. You will see many things where developers are working. So how to install Postgres, how to access the Postgres is very easy, sir. I hope you got it. My point, no? That is it, online people.
Yes, we got it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Subbu.
So for example, I wanted to open a new query window. Okay. Now you can create the schema. You can see if you want to create a table, if you want to do all this stuff. So for example, I wanted to create a table, Subbu. I wanted to create a table. I want to do all this stuff. What I need to do, you need to open the query tool. Okay. you need to open the query tool. So whenever you open the query tool, this is your database name, this is your login name, this is your instance name. Okay, and you can do whatever you want. You can create table, EMP, employee ID, integer, same way you can create. You can select and you can execute. See, one table is created. Now, if you expand the table, you will see the table called employee. So it's look like same only. I will walk through all the things tomorrow. What are this parameter? Couple of parameters. What you can do in the PZ admin 4, because going forward you will spend more time on the PZ admin 4 only, right? We'll spend some time on the PZ admin 4, and majorly, again, sir, majorly what I wanted to convey is this folder. This is very important folder. Okay, this is your cluster folder, sir. When you open the cluster, I told you, right? Base, global, log, PZ commit TS, okay, PZ logical, PZ notify, REPL slot, serial, snapshot, stats, stat temp, subtrans, table space, to space, PZ wall, PZ extract. These folders, these directories are very, very important. Every directory, what are the most important directory which we want to learn, we'll learn all this stuff. So 1 or 2 days we'll spend on this only, sir. Okay, if you're comfortable here, if you're comfortable in the PostgreSQL.config file, hb.config file, almost you are good. Almost you are good, sir. Got you? Getting my point? So tomorrow what we are going to do, it's easy. It's not that much complex, like where you need to, I don't know Oracle, but when you go for SQL, oh my God, lot of prerequisites we need to. For Postgres, anything required, sir? Just download the tool, click on next, provide the directories, provide the installation directory, provide the cluster directory, then click on next, done. That's it, it will install. Nothing. Okay, where you wanted to keep this cluster directory is very important for us. It's not like massive where we need to think about much more when we are working with the Postgres. It's very easy, lightweight tool only. But we should understand about these directories. So tomorrow, what we will do? Tomorrow, we will learn how to create a cluster, what is cluster, how to create a cluster, and how to access the cluster. Okay, and tomorrow we will also walk through PZadmin 4. So these 3 components we will see tomorrow. Today we just installed. Okay, we install a engine and we will install a cluster. By default, it is installed. Tomorrow, how I can create my own cluster. How I can create my own cluster and how to access that cluster. Okay, and I walk through the PZadmin 4 utility. Got it? No? Yes?
Yes, Subbu, got it.
Yeah. That's it, sir. Nothing. Installation is very easy only. Okay. Even Linux also very easy, sir, when you go for Postgres. But what are the best practices? All we haven't discussed. Okay. Definitely there are a lot of best practices. Major concept is this folder, sir. If you thoroughly understand these directories, you are good at Postgres. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yes, Subbu. Yeah, thanks.
See you tomorrow. Tomorrow bids will be open 9:30, sir. Okay, please adjust your time tomorrow only. Okay, because at any cost I need to complete by 10:30, and then I will go for SAT deployment. So prod deployment.
Okay, so day before session, I have already installed the PostgreSQL 17 because I watched the one video from the YouTube, and now today I have already installed the 15. But both are the port are same port running.
I will discuss, sir. No worries. Don't get confused about the ports. Ports are very important. Ports only very important in Postgres. Okay, port only very important. I will talk, sir. Tomorrow you'll get to know.
Sure.
Because if I build one more cluster, then definitely.
Okay.